Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Team Fortress TV, or should I be saying welcome back? You've probably just been watching Admirable and Commander X cast some monthly mayhem over on the Razor games, but now we have to put all that aside and we are back to the main stage, the big honcho, the games that just keep on giving. It's ETF2L, baby. It's season 22, powered by Saloon.tf, and this is week 7. And our maps tonight will be Granary and Badlands, but where are my manners? I am not introducing my fellow co-caster and my cameraman. My co-cast tonight will be, of course, Maximilian, and over on the camera will be DavidTheWin. How you doing, Max?
I'm doing fine. I just watched Tech's stream and watched hashtag TF2 Center, as they're now called, formerly Epsilon, pretty much convincingly beat Lego. So I know they're playing well tonight, and I'm looking forward to see more of Tech because he was playing insanely well. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Maybe a glimpse through the looking glass, because I guess you could say Lego is awfully a lot like Full Tilt. They played off and they went down to somewhat close games, but Full Tilt did take the game from them just a couple of days ago, actually. It wasn't even last week. They delayed off their week 6, and they have managed to claw their way to that top 3 playoff spot. This is Full Tilt I'm talking about. I haven't even mentioned the teams, man. How unprofessional. This is a TF2 Center versus Full Tilt tonight. So, yeah, Full Tilt, they are playing their final last game. They could probably sigh a big sigh of relief, what with beating Lego previously in the past 2 days. And on the bright side though, Max, if they do win tonight against TF2 Center, they can actually get second place, and wouldn't that be something?
Ooh, that would be pretty huge. An upset, I think, is universally accepted as the right word there, because I don't think really much people will expect Full Tilt to beat TF2 Center. I think they could do it. Possibly, if some things go really well, like if the stars align. I mean, both teams are in playoffs, so potentially they should theoretically be able to take maps from each other. I think TF2 Center might be that little bit ahead, but I think on a good day, Full Tilt should definitely be able to do it. I wouldn't count them out too quickly.
Yeah, I did have a quick glance over onto Saloon.tf tonight, Max, and you'd think people aren't calling it close at all. A 93% prediction that the community is submitted to on TF2 Center.
I don't remember using the word close, but
I thought it would be awfully close. I think it's very, very possible. So, but the public has spoken. Maybe the power of numbers is better than my limited knowledge of TF2. But we will see tonight, and the maps will be Granary and Badlands. What do you think of these maps? Do you think it's really going to play into the result tonight, Max?
I think Granary will heavily favour TF2 Center. I think Tech and Mike are just, Silentus and Sideshow are a good soldier duo, sure, but Tech and Mike are just in a league of their own, especially together. On a map like Granary, that's just really going to enable them. And Flippy on Sniper on that map. Thalash is a really good sniper for Full Tilt, but I think that it's, I don't know, I think the map just definitely favours TF2 Center. Badlands, I'm not too sure. I haven't really seen either team play it, but I definitely think Granary will heavily favour TF2 Center.
So you're TF2 Center right now. Are you feeling like you really want to win this match? Is this more of a pride game, if anything? A lot of people watched drop a point to Lego early in the season, and if Full Tilt beat Lego, does that mean Full Tilt has a chance of pulling points away from Epsilon as well?
I think you don't even need that kind of logic. I think Full Tilt definitely do have a chance of taking a point off of TF2 Center. Although, saying it, TF2 Center have been PCWing recently, which is something that could severely change it, because their results were looking shaky, but they weren't, practicing anything. So they were kind of just winging it. So it could be different now. They could just be a league beyond, close to, I-49 Epsilon, if you want to put it there. They could be approaching that. You never know. Now that they're getting all keen again, the roster's amazing. I think we're going to have a good game. I'm pretty much saying Full Tilt have lost this by the sounds of what I'm saying, but I'm really not. Silentus is incredible. He can make so much room. Spudd is, I'm sure everyone just knows Spudd is like a god. I think over Numlocked right now, I'd say I'd give the advantage to Spudd. He's really good. And both scouts of the team as well are really solid. Asttt is, whoa, Asttt. And
seeing as we're dipping our toe into the rosters, Max, should we have a quick, little roster rundown, good old-fashioned way. We've got no stats prepared quite for tonight, but we can just do it just like old times.
Doing it live.
I'll give you the pleasure of choosing your own team, Max. Who do you want to break down?
I'll go for TF2 Center, because they're the team I've been talking about most tonight so far. So on Demo Man, you have the legendary Seb Numlocked Barton, Demo Man extraordinaire, and the other heavies for that team are Tech and Mike on Soldiers, both incredible gamers, and scout pair of Flippy and Stefan, two really strong scouts. Flippy with some really creative plays. Flippy was a sniper, and Stefan with the creative plays, excuse me. And then Bulle on medics, just extremely solid. Him and Tech have like really good synergy. They've played together like what, 1 trillion times, I think is a fair number.
Only 1 trillion times. Maybe not even. Maybe just 1 billion. Who knows? But I guess that leaves me with Full Tilt, and Full Tilt will be Spudd on Demo Man, the very talented upcomer demo that's really going to make waves, I believe. If not just this season, but next season as well. Or well, I guess you could say he has made waves, but still. The medic will be Koss, King of Squirrels, as you might have once known him, but Koss, he is now known now. I think he's actually wants to be called John Lennon _420, but no matter how much he tries, the admins will not let him. Koss will be their medic. Over on the Pocket Soldier will be Solentes of Hello Kitty Ninjas fame. He's a very talented gamer. Literally pumps out air shots like he's just built for it. You've also got lovable Sideshow of, I guess, the Sideshow stream, and just a big community member, but also a very talented Roma Max. And for their scouts tonight will be Thalash and Asttt over playing those roles. Asttt is a massive talent. I see in my eyes probably the biggest talent coming in this season, and Thalash has been always around and about, never quite in a team, but now he's finally found his home. What a team, Max. What a team.
Yeah, I really like Fault. I think one cool thing I've just thought about is Sideshow himself is like, you can traditionally say like Sideshow Prem Aroma lol, but he's really like creative and smart, and I think he might be able to pull off like some shenanigans that like TF2 Center just won't be ready for. And then with like the DM backup of their combo, like it could definitely Sideshow could open up some serious room for them, especially in like his last game against Lego, like outplaying the Godmaul himself. He was having really good games. I think if he can continue that, like Full Tilt would have stand a good chance.Maybe not on Granary, but on Badlands definitely.
Yes, we are still just waiting for a couple details iron out. We're just waiting on a few STVs and etc. Actually, and saying that, David has just passed us a fresh new STV. Thank you, David. Let me see if I can load up here. But I want you to give me some predictions over on our first map tonight, Max. That will be Granary.
Okay. Let's see. I think Granary will be 4-1 for TF2 Center. And Badlands... Okay, Badlands is just going to be a complete guess, because I don't know how either teams play on it. So I'm just going to give it the advantage to TF2 Center, but I'm going to say that the score is going to be 3-2 towards them. But that is just a complete guess. Full disclaimer.
Alright, well, in that case, I will play devil's advocate. I'm going to say that Full Tilt are going to win full 6 ETF2L points, screaming out of the gates. TF2 Center won't know what hit them. They'll win. I'm sure they'll win Granary about 2-1. It will be some of the most parking of the bus games you've ever watched in your life, but they will win it 2-1, and then Badlands will just be an absolute corker at sitting about 4-3.
4-3. Alright, some bold predictions there, TurboTabs. But if they come true, I definitely would be happy. Upsets are always great to watch.
Well, keep in mind, not everybody is looking for the full 6 ETF2L points tonight. If you've been betting over on Saloon.tf, the Full Tilt squad do have a handicap on them, and all they need to get, Max, to get those delicious Bugattis is to just get a golden cap win. That's all they need. And even if they lose that golden cap, Max, you get all your items back if you've placed it on Full Tilt.
Ooh, I think that's very good. If
Yeah.
you're a saloon better, I'd put my money on Full Tilt. They could definitely get a golden cap. Like,
Yeah, I've
it's
been
not an absurd statement.
been paying attention to that because I was the one who set the handicap. I wanted to make it as interesting as possible. Get people out of their comfort zone. Stop going back to that familiar space of just betting it all in on TF2 Center. I want to see some faith out of for Full Tilt tonight, but it seems only 7% of those people have joined me, Max.
Well, I guess those are just too scared that they might actually go Full Tilt and just get 5 out. But there are a lot of Brits, so that is a possibility.
Yeah, toxicity could happen at any moment. Memes could be chanted out at a furious rate, but in the biggest of pictures, Max, this game won't majorly affect things, even if they do win prides and whatnot on the line. All it matters is that playoff spot, and both of these teams have got it. I'm sure it can be clowny to pretty much anything could happen, Max. It's really down to the teams.
Do you know the current standings? Full Tilt and Epsilon third and second, with Reason first, or am I completely wrong with that?
I believe it's possible for Full Tilt to win. I'm not sure the point difference. I'll see if I can pull up the information over on my turbo computer.
Oh, nice. That's great to hear. Because if my guess is correct, this would be the first match of the playoffs as well, even if Full Tilt win this, because then both teams would be second and third. So this would be a really good recon game for both teams to sort of realize what the other wants to do. I think that kind of favors Full Tilt a bit more, because if they're if TF2 Center are the favorites, they don't really have too much to change or learn, whereas Full Tilt can sort of analyze all this stuff. Or TF2 Center could just ban all these maps anyway, so it wouldn't even matter. But
exactly, Max. Not enough people know that in TF2. It's more valuable to actually lose in this game because you can learn a lot more back from those demo reviews than if you just end up stomping people left, right, and centre. So I'm looking at the point standings right now. It stands currently as Reason right at the top with 33. Nobody's catching them. Nobody.
It's a lot of points.
They have got one more game to play, but they're very heavily expected to win it. I think they were sitting at 98% chance of winning it, at least based on Saloon.tf, last time I checked. Next is TF2 Center, sitting at 29 points, and but just shortly behind them is Full Tilt with 27, so they just need to get 4 points, Max. That's very, very possible.
Ooh, that is, in fact, possible. Golden cap and a win would get them 4 points.
Exactly. They could get 2 golden cap wins, or just a win and a golden cap loss. Or...
That would also make the saloon bettors very happy.
Yeah, everyone would be popping the champagne, unloading their Bugattis. It would be a tremendous win for them at least, but not. I'm sure Full Tilt would come out literally screaming into the interview if they did. God, Michael Adams will have to eat some of the most humble pie on the planet.
Mike is one of the funniest people to talk to after a loss. If anyone's ever done it, just the amount of salt that man brings out. I'm going to call him out today because he was mean to me on his stream. So Mike is the saltiest gamer of all time, and if you have him on your friends list, always message him after he loses. Thank you very much.
Well, hopefully they are quite graceful interviewers. I'm sure everybody would just be foaming at the mouth to get in here and just get their words said, get their excuses out. But we just still have that question mark. We have all the players ready, and I'm wondering what is taking them so long to get started. Maybe they're just over on the stream looking at the beautiful words we're talking about them.
Oh, I just received DavidTheWin as a message. 20 seconds until we start, so I guess it's not too long.
Wow.
Get your voice ready.
My crystal ball.
in the past.
I'm getting it ready, Max. She sells seashells by the seashore.
Oh, who are we watching on this first middle TurboTab?
The first thing I'm going to watch is the first person I go to is Sideshow, believe it or not. The first person I get launched into. If you're just joining us, welcome. This is Team Fortress TV. I'm TurboTabs. I'm with Max. I'm with David. And this is TF2 Center versus Full Tilt. ETF2L Season 22. And first thing I'm seeing is Sideshow just laying off some slight little pressure over on his own crease. He finally makes the big jump in. Oh god, he gets created by an air shot! Max, oh that is not how you want to start the middle. He's been slapped down, and then Salentes gets slapped to his own health pack. That's kind of convenient actually. They do back out, and they only lose the one casualty. They got off lightly there, Max.
Yeah, they got off lightly there, but I don't think TF2 Center want them to get off that lightly, as they're already pushing into this left yard area. Numlocked and Tech taking it over, all rotating to right yard now. I think TF2 Center is just going to be streaming this one straight in and looking to exchange the Uber. They're pretty confident in their play, I imagine, especially after winning that middle. Numlocked just raining out 1,000,000 damage, Sideshow getting denied. Good on full tilt to back out at the correct time, but it looks like the fight's about to start happening now, TurboTabs.
Yeah, they're trying to see if they can just get away, get some cap time on this point, see if they can sneak anything away. Now they pop the Uber, they've gone full green light on this push, and now they've gone full red light and decided to back out, even hit the reverse. And Solentes is going aggressive. Sideshow follows up. He gets a kill off the Tech, and now Solentes with the second bomb in, Numlocked overextended slightly there, not quite prioritizing his back out, and has been punished for it. Solentes is following them as much as he can, but he just secures off that middle for his team. It looks like full tilt aren't entirely out of this, Max.
Yeah, Sideshow PogChamp right there. Flippy goes down just before the Uber exchange, and full tilt take that as a sign to Uber onto a TF2 Center. They force him out, and while they're backing out, Sideshow and Solentes just coordinated as hell. And just managed to take down 3 players, and now we have TF2 Center all the way back on their second, and the Bulle is in full tilt's court. However, TF2 Center do have that Uber advantage to play with now.
Yeah, he'll have that Uber advantage right now, but it looks like they're showing no initial body language that they want to make that push, so it looks like they'll be content with just sitting on their yard for now. I wonder how long it'll take for them to stay in this panic situation, Max. When will they just bring out that flippy sniper, you know, smash that panic button in the shape of a class change?
Ooh, Flippy's pretty aggressive in the garage, so it might be coming soon, but I think if anyone was to make a play, it would probably be young star Michael Adams. Roamer extraordinaire. Full tilt are starting to try to move forward, question mark. They do have Sideshow pretty aggressive into this garage. Oh, Mike has actually made his way back to spawn. I told you, the man, the myth, the legend would be the one to make the play. He's gone all the way to spy.
Oh man, I know what he's been doing. He's been looking at his bracelet on his arm, and it says, what would Sideshow do? Sideshow would go all the way back to spawn and go as spy and see if he can catch out. Nobody expects the spy at this point, Max, especially when nobody's died.
Yeah, it is a really good play, because like full tilt haven't had sight into the yard of TF2 Center, so there's no really way to call out any player for doing this kind of stuff, and no one has died, so it's not too obvious. He's getting
Max,
behind
look
right now.
Look at Koss's position now. This is solid Snake at its finest. He has to traverse all his way. Can he make the place without giving away his position? I think he needs to uncloak though. If he uncloaks whilst he gets closer to Koss, it does make... He failed the jump!
He fell down.
And Spudd notices him! He gets hit by the cannonball. Oh, what a whiff, Mike. You think the greatest soldier of his time would know how to press the jump button, Mac?
Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate from there. They do trade with Sideshow though, so that's pretty good for TF2 Center. And it looks like both teams are getting pretty aggressive in this garage area. TF2 Center are going to get taken down, and both Ubers are exchanged, although it does look to favor full tilt right now, although they don't really want to chase it up. So both of them actually ending at the exact same time, and full tilt all the way... TF2 Center all the way back in their yard. And pretty much all that has happened is this situation is reset, except no, it hasn't, because full tilt are pushing in TurboTabs.
Oh, Solentes is trying to poke his way through. He's finally punched the hole in to allow his teammate here, but nobody noticed Michael Adams behind. He picks up the kill on Koss, and this has left full tilt completely scattered and panicking. Of course, Sideshow is the first one to die following up from that, and now Solentes is trying to go for some wacky little plays, but he can't do wacky little plays against 4 players, Max, and now they're all screaming forward. Asttt is seeing if he can poke his way forward as well. There's a sticky trap. Nobody's noticed it. Oh, that almost takes somebody out. But not quite close enough, Max.
Yeah, almost a great blind debt from Spudd there. But as the Ubers faded, like Sideshow, excuse me, jumped right into all of TF2 Center into Zed trying to follow up, but he didn't really have the health for it. So he just immediately got focused down, and then Solentes died. Right off the back of Koss dying, it's pretty much meant full tilt to get out. And now we're going to have the rest of TF2 Center pushing in from this choke area. Sideshow getting slammed by an air shot there, and as well as Asttt getting taken really low. This is not looking too good for full tilt right now. I do hear a sniper there. Thalash is going to try and get something going. I'm guessing that pretty much means that TF2 Center have to, full tilt, excuse me, have to pretty much give up the second. They're not going to do it without a fight. Uber forced there. Bulle has to. Koss does get taken down though by Flippy, so that's pretty damn good if your name is TF2 Center. and I think they're going to keep this one going into last TurboTab.
I think we're going to need to get a heavy weapons guy as soon as possible, Max, if they have any inkling of holding on to this last point. Spudd is holding this right-hand side by himself, just trying to splam out those sticky traps, and he has done against Michael Adams. He has gone down, and now they've actually decided to back off TF2 Center. This is way too hot of a situation for them. All the respawners are back from full tilt. I guess they could have struck while the iron is hot there, Max, but they just didn't want to get it done quick enough.
Oh, Flippy running all the way back to his forwards there, changing to a sniper. This could get pretty interesting.
And it's been 7 minutes. Not even 7 minutes, 6 minutes until the Flippy snipers come out. But to give credit to them, they do have an uber advantage, and they should not be running sniper. But I guess Flippy is just as good as any other presence building scout, as he actually takes out Thalash. Solentes does take out Tiki in the meantime. But Spudd has also gone down. That's a big play if you want to hold on to this last point. Sideshow with a big flank. He gets 2 players with 1 rocket. It's just Numlocked left, but it's just Numlocked they need. And Mike actually survives on 2 HP. I thought he was certainly going to go down, but oh man, it was really close. That was down to the wire, Max.
Yeah, that was pretty close. Like, I think they didn't really have the best Uber, and then they just didn't manage to get... Well, they managed to get just enough done in the end. Full Tilt couldn't really collapse quick enough. They had the heavy, but he didn't get enough done. But enough about what's in the past, because this is the future, and right now Spudd has beaten Numlocked to middle by about 20 seconds. Numlocked arriving with his whole team right now. Both teams sort of taking their own crates, nothing really going down too much. Spudd does get pretty low, and Sideshow's in behind on the garage. However, TF2 Center know this, they're going to take him down. That's a free pick. Solentes as well, no soldiers for Full Tilt. They're pretty much going to have to either commit on the med or get out. They have some good cap time, but all of TF2 Center are going to stream onto them right now. Thalash all the way onto Tech, but going to get taken down, and that's going to guarantee the middle for TF2 Center, as they're going to keep the momentum going, TurboTabs.
Oh, it was very close there. Numlocked knew what they were trying to do, and he was seeing if he could get the pincer maneuver on, but it wasn't quite fast enough in true Numlocked fashion, and he gets spammed out for his efforts. No big flank 4K for you, said Barton.
But both teams do have Uber here right now, so I think Epsilon are TF2 Center are going to take this lunch bot. Mikey A does go down to Sideshow on the flank, but Numlocked is getting great damage onto these scouts. Sideshow coming in from behind and gets the force though. Really nice from him. Full Tilt Uber in exchange, cost getting taken down to about half HP. What is Full Tilt going to do with this? They're just going to sit around on their second. They're going to catch out TF2 Center in the Z area, but the spam from them is so strong they can't follow it up. TF2 Center going to keep their position here in yard for the meantime. We're still looking to get the second point though.
I just want to bring up, Max, that once upon a time, Sideshow was actually the mentee to the mentor Michael Adams. So it's an interesting dynamic. Maybe a few years later, and now they're playing against each other in this Prem. I'm sure it means a lot to both of them if they can, impress one another. And Sideshow has been impressing me so far. He's been getting some very nice sports, some slight little clutches here and there. Maybe he'll continue for the rest of the game, as they do lose second though. To TF2 Center, and Sideshow incidentally gets picked off by
just
his
as they're singing his praises,
showing him how it's done. And Tech is now smashing forward. Shocky cleaning up that Demoman kill. That Demoman was the only chance for Full Tilt to come back from that defense, and that was stripped away from them. 2-0 to TF2 Center.
Yeah, they definitely have all the momentum. I think if you're looking at them play, it's pretty much exactly what you'd expect from them. It's just like once you give them that 1 centimeter, they're going to turn it into 10 kilometers, because metric is far better than an inch in a mile. But on this middle right now, Numlocked actually not that slow to middle. What a surprise. Gonna get some damage going on to Spudd. TF2 Center all coming out of their choke now. Sideshow tries to get a deep bomb along with Solent. Flippy's gonna get taken down while this is happening, and so is Bulle. Finally, 2 picks go the way of TF2 Center, but they're so low, only 3 of them remaining. They're gonna have to back out. A really convincing mid for Full Tilt. This could be the start of something they needed.
It's that loose cannon, man. So lucky is what Nox would be saying right now. If he gets hit by that loose cannon, and it's really pulling that mid forward for them, it gets that random like heavens pick onto Flippy. Tech with a kill onto Sideshow, but that's all good in their books. A good trade, as they do get second. And they have they have a tremendous Uber advantage, I should say. But I wonder if they'll wait for Sideshow before they decide to push.
Yeah, I'm pretty curious to see how Full Tilt want to do this. TF2 Center do have the sniper of Flippy, so he could just get the drop and make the Uber advantage pretty much useless. It looks like Full Tilt are going to bro huddle up right now, all of them stacked in one area. waiting to push this right side.
Full tilt,
They're
go!
gonna send Spudd in right now, flying straight away, get some damage onto Flippy, manages to take him down, but they just back up into the spawn, TF2 Center, and they're gonna have the numbers advantage right now. The Full Tilt need to focus down that sentry, which is what they do. They need to start getting onto the point. Sideshow does go down though. Solentis trying to do as much as possible, but there's only 3 remaining for Full Tilt. TF2 Center are just going to chase this straight onto second. Koss and Thalash going to try and get out, but I don't think TF2 Center are going to let them unless... Nope, they are.
What do you do against that defense, Max? There was a heavy, there was an engineer, there was a sniper, and when they finally pierce that heavy, they've got an engineer to deal with his sentry gun. He switches off, the sniper switches off back to scout, and they've got fully buffed scouts ready to just pinch away at them. The Uber gets completely kited. It's just a tremendous defense for them to deal with.
Yeah, they try to have Spudd going in to... Oh, Sideshow managed to kill himself. I'll continue my point in a bit right now, because Full Tilt had taken this middle, and I don't think they're going to stop there. They're going to try and take this one all the way into yard, that's correct. Pushing in through choke, all the heavies are. Mike jumping in pretty aggressively, gets some damage rolling, does go down and gets the Ubers exchanged from both teams right now. It does favor Full Tilt pretty heavily though. Mike and Tech going down. Solentis trying to chase through this choke area, get some damage. TF2 Center backing up slowly but surely. Solentis and Sideshow in onto Numlocked. They're trying to get him down. Sideshow does die to the nice sticky there. But only 3 remaining. This middle is going to go to Full Tilt.
God, Full Tilt are like locusts there. They were just swarming for kills. As both the soldiers jumping forwards, the scouts hot on Numlocked's tail. They take him out, and now they've got that midpoint back under their rightful control. I wonder if they'll make the push. What with Numlocked down, Flippy is also down as well, and here comes the push. Solentis just making some slight room for his team, not dedicating though, gets a 3 yard for his efforts, and let's see if they can bite off just a little bit more of this TF2 sandwich, Max.
Yeah, Spudd trying to get the damage rolling right now, just spamming it onto the second point. Full Tilt, TF2 Center pretty forward on this point. Numlock calls that they're rotating to Lunchbox. It's a really valuable information right now. Let's see how TF2 Center deal with it. At least I think he did. He definitely saw it. Michael Adams here getting jumped by Solentis, going to back away. So what a scary man he is. Both Ubers are in play right now, so I wonder how Full Tilt will approach jumping in this top area. They finally use it, and the Ubers are going to be traded. Numlocked going really low. Nice flash from Bulle there, although because of that, the solo is going to favor Full Tilt. They're chasing in really deep. Solentis, nice pick onto Tech there, who's trying to back out. And I think that Full Tilt should pretty much have this middle. Although there is the flank from Mike and Flippy right now, managing to take down Spudd and Koss. Solentis as well. Oh my god, as well as Sideshow. What a beautiful play. Full wipe for Full Tilt. TF2 Center just showing you how it's done.
Good God, they just got minced there. That was the definition of a pincer if I've ever seen one. Well, in the light of that information, they're probably going to claim this middle, and they're also going to claim the second point, probably 4-3. They do have a huge Uber advantage. You know who I want to hear right now, Max? I think I'm going to bring out the comms. Both teams have agreed to comms tonight. Who do you want to hear, Max? Do you want to hear in the TF2 Center on the roll, or do you want to hear Full Tilt?
I really want to hear how Full Tilt are trying to handle this.
Alright, wish grant.
Yes. I'm still forward. Stefan ran back to mid, I think. He's rotating far right.
Demo is far right.
Swap swarm.
Yeah.
Splee's on left. I'm back on left.
They got rest.
I pushed up me off right.
17.
Z.
We have 10 seconds.
I've juggled him. So's chasing with a shotgun top. He's gonna jump.
You do it.
He's jumping with a shotgun. He's out.
Dead.
We have it. You want to pull the advantage? Yeah, I'm on left.
Yeah.
Sideshow, can you...
You guys have
Yeah,
close.
I'm weak on right. So just
Okay,
100. He's gonna kill me.
He's dead. Sorry,
Dead.
dead.
Sticks on pillar.
Yeah.
Yes, man.
He's
He's
gonna
push.
down.
Pressure.
Demo's weak. He's so weak. Chase.
I'm coming as well.
Scout. Demo's down.
Nice.
Nice.
Keep rolling with these picks. They're not even
Yeah.
close. I'm gonna watch left side.
I'm
Watch the
back.
jumpers and stuff.
They're
One
out garage.
spawner.
Alert. The control point
1 point now.
Alright, well defense made, and they've made the push out onto second, and it looks like they're about to claim mid now, Max.
Yeah,
They're looking very calm and collective.
Yeah, I really liked what I heard there. Like, they're 2 down, but you know, they're not full tilting just yet. Like, they've still got 14 minutes left, and they know it, and they're playing really well. They're definitely not getting rolled. Like, it's a close 2-0 right now. But TF2 Center are looking to change that as they're pushing him through this choke right now, getting spammed super heavy. Only just getting Uber now, but cost is still pretty close. Full tilt could back out and go for some exchange. TF2 Center are claiming all this area by the garage. Sideshow going pretty low, but backing out. Tech getting hit deep into this garage, tries to take down Solentis, but oh wait, Uber used by TF2 Center. I missed what happened there, sorry. And Solentis is going to claim his own Uber, much better for full tilt. Can't really get anything with it though. Tech taken down at some point in this fight. Asttt jumping across all the crates, trying to spread all the damage. Both soldiers down for TF2 Center now. Flippy joins that respawn queue. All of TF2 Center are still in this middle though, so they could definitely get cleaned up. It's a freebie. They do have a spawner, so if they stay here and win this fight, it would be huge for them. But full tilt do have this middle. But oh my god, TF2 Center is just slowly claiming these frags. Asttt going down as well. Sideshow going to jump into this choke now, getting onto Bulle. Gets him really low, does take him down. Really solid play by Sideshow there. Trading in the end, but middle is, well, actually it's still going to be contested, TurboTabs. Give me a breather.
Yeah, they want to hold on to this, Max. They've got the respawn advantage. That forward respawn is paying dividends for them. Look at them. They've already turned up to the fight before they could get any more TF2 centers to rejoin back in. And with the medic going down, they've got no sustained heal. So that is a free defense almost for full tilt there. That was quite a ballsy play. It's quite scary having to make that sort of Uber onto mid against a name like TF2 Center. But, you know, they made it, and they are rewarded for doing the classic and expected call.
Yeah, and that leaves full tilt with a huge Uber advantage right now to roll with, and from what I heard earlier, Koss is pretty damn good at tracking Uber, so I think they're going to know it. It looks like they want to push him through this top area onto last and get their first point. Both soldiers Ubered in right now. What are they going to focus? Looks like the Heavy's going to try and get taken low of Shock, spamming him really hard, but he just walks into spawn. As the rotation happens, full tilt all walk onto the point, but TF2 Center there to meet him, and we have a pause. Or a crash. Either or.
Well, I'm not sure if that kept capping.
Yeah, it looks like it's still being capped right now,
well,
and it's about to be completed by Asttt, but he's also off the point.
Was he, when that was capping, was that like where it was left off from, or does it keep capping when the pause happens? Because it looks like it's pretty much capped, and the round might go to full tilt, but like you said, he is off the cap point. This is quite a predicament.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
Well,
we do have information that Sebastian Barton is lagging, and that is the reason for this pause. It could also be tactical. Let's be real. Just, we're rolling. Let's find out how to roll harder.
maybe this is the exact moment they actually did pause.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
We wish.
That's literally impossible, though, right?
No, that is impossible. But could you imagine, though, if you saw this picture paused in the game as a player?
I'd be very, very angry.
I think this computer would be out the window if I was...
If I was a member of Full Tilt and this pause happened, I'd be so mad. Like, just so in the groove and this happens. Like, pauses are huge. Like, if you've ever been having, like, a really good game, and there's a pause, it could just take you out of it. Like, I've had games where I've just been going in, I don't miss, and then suddenly the pause happens, I'm just out of my groove.
Yeah, just forget how to play TF2 in those 5 to 10 minutes that the pause happened.
Yeah, but the pause could favour both teams, because now both of them have a time to collect. You know, so like for TF2 Center's point of view, they've been starting to lose this map slowly now. So what they could be talking about, oh, it doesn't matter. The point didn't get capped, it's actually further back. TF2 Center do have the player advantage though right now. Spudd getting about 1 million kills, and they're gonna capture it in the end, making it 2-1. But quickly, as I was saying, like TF2 Center have the time to collect their forts, like they've been losing, so they can talk about what's been happening. And TF2 Center are like, right, we've been winning, this has been going well, we just need to continue this. But let's see how they do continue in this next middle, TurboTabs.
That was like some Final Destination stuff there, Max. You cannot cheat the cap, and the cap will happen. And the first thing I'm seeing on this mid is Spudd turning up very, very early. He is just laying the carpet of stickies right now, just waiting patiently. He does take a lot of damage going into it there. Oh no, he gets caught out by the Seb Barton trap over on that health pack, and now Solentis actually picking up a kill as well. Thalash also picking up the kill onto Bulle. It's actually going towards the favour of Full Tilt. It looks like they just wanted that their demo man to go down to send them into full rage mode, and now they've just picked off Numlocked as well. Flippy's caught in a very awkward situation. He has been cleaned up from said situation.
Michael Adams in there! Oh my god, takes down Koss! Huge from Mike at the end of there. Oh, what a mid fight. That was so well played by Full Tilt. like Spudd went down really quickly, but what happened immediately after was all the full tilt engaging as like one super unit, and then going into the garage. Full tilt, TF2 Center like split up to try and cut them off, but they lost all the fight in garage. So the remainder of their players had to try and back out, and while they were backing out, just the rest of full tilt were already in position in garage to just cut them off. So now they have a second point, but Silentis does get a body shot there by Flippy, as TF2 Center are going to try and retake the second point.
You already see the rest of the team is set up quite nicely. Sideshow is kind of behind there when he's playing. Spy, of course, he goes down. He's at a last point. He has to go Spy, Max. But now he's put in a very awkward place. He doesn't know really what to do. And they've spotted poor Sideshow. He's just decided to pull out the face stab, but he can't quite hit him. So I guess that will be a wasted, I guess, effort from the English soldier.
Yeah, and while they have Uber, TF2 Center are going to be pushing in, full tilt trying to spam to force Bulle, but it's not going to happen, and I think they're just going to pause again. Pretty good play. Oh my god, look at Flippy right now. He's like standing still perfectly in the air.
Man, I was hoping we could, from the last pause we could have played a rousing game of what will happen next, Max. But with this sort of pause, it seems like there's not many things that could happen. TF2 Center will cap a point, Mike will go top, and I think that's about it.
Okay, no, on the hard read, right?
Okay.
So, TF2 Center have Uber, so they can afford to lose Mike, because if full tilt engage into them, they have Uber, so full tilt won't really do that. So what Mike is going to do is he's going to land in this garage area and try and get as much damage, but I think Koss should probably get out, unless Mike is genuinely just a god, and he could get a pick onto Koss. But I think Mike is probably just going to try and trade for a medic pick, but I don't think he'll get it. That's my super prediction.
Okay, well, my prediction is that he'll initially spam some rockets in, Silentis will spam back, and things will go back to normal. And
That's also very
that is my
possible.
wild prediction.
Most likely
Twitch
to
chat, please make your votes now. A and B. A for Max, B for Turbo.
I wish I could see. Oh no, wait! I have my phone. All right, I'm gonna see that everyone agrees
I'm
with
gonna
me.
use the power of phone as well. I'm gonna see if I can pull that up. There's nothing more I like to than just pull the strings of Twitch chat.
Mine is way cooler.
Yeah, but mine's more serious.
All right, let me see. Going through all of the streams right now. Ooh, TF2 pretty high up in my list, but I don't follow many people. All right, let's see what chat has to say. I'm seeing nothing but letters that aren't the ones you said. I don't think anyone in chat agrees with us. They're the real expert.
I'm like, man, they've just all they've done is press F to pay respects.
I can't even remember whose letter was whose.
I'm very disappointed, Twitch chat. I saw some numbers in there, good god.
Oh, numbers are the press 1 if you love numbers. Everyone press 1. Just everyone just press 1 for any reason. Like if you like anything, press 1. I want to see that chat fill with
I think the Puppet Masters have been turned on their heads, Max. Maybe we should just get back to the casting thing, stop playing social experiments.
Alright. Oh, I do see Numlocked is now playing TF2. This could be the start of what we wanted, if he was the culprit for this other pause as well.
That is a very important part, is having TF2 open. So hopefully he will join us lickety-split. I think we still have about 9 minutes left on the clock, and it's still anyone's games, Max.
Oh yeah, 2-1. That with 7 minutes remaining, like yeah, anyone could easily take this game. I really want it to be full tilt. I really like how they've been playing this.
Yeah, they have been impressing me, but keep in mind, Max, there's been an old trade, I guess, almost tradition with teams like TF2 Center, where in the first half they do all right, but in the second half, Max, they do tremendously. They adapt, they evolve before your very eyes, and they become a TF2 playing machine.
That's true, but the score is still 2-1. So yeah, I don't think there's been too much adapting and evolving. Although Granary is a very slow map, so you know, like you can only take so much from an advantage unless you wipe on mid and then push it to last. But that's like, I don't know. It's something else. We did have a slight unpause. Here we go, the actual unpause. Mike going in. Oh, full tilt already just fully backing up. We were both wrong. Twitch chat was correct to use neither of our letters. Mike
is firing rockets. If Silentis he fired one back. Victory! Victory for option B.
What a shame. The Illuminati wins today. But speaking of them, there is going to be an Uber exchange in choke right now. It's not really going to favor either team. but TF2 Center are going to try and back out of their choke slowly but surely, or ice skating their way out. Numlocked trying to guard his team with those sticky, and neither team are really going to try and do anything off of. TF2 Center still playing just in. Oh no, they're pushing up into garage right now. They might try and get something going while Full Tilt are on their right yard.
And here we have the classic granary stalemate, although Spudd is spicing the finger. Wait, that's a huge med kill! Good god! Oh my days, I didn't expect that to happen. I was like, oh, kill, there was happened. And then he gets the kill onto Bulle! What is that disgusting weapon, Max?
Turn down for Spudd. Oh my god, amazing play there, dropping the medic, and Full Tilt are trying to get as much of this as possible. Even picks up another pick onto Mikey A there. Both soldiers down. This is definitely going to be a middle point for Full Tilt. And the huge Uber advantage. I love how they're playing. They should immediately be moving to second right now, I think. And that's what's happening. They're moving through to garage, and they're going to take this left yard area TurboTab.
Oh man, Spudd putting on his best impression of a pirate. He's just looked Mike in the eyes and just went, I'm the captain now, bitch, and just completely picked Bulle out of the air. I'm telling you, that weapon needs to go away, Max. It's just horrible to play against. I can't imagine what it's like in TF2 Center's comms right now. I would use that to segue over to the comms, but they've already pushed in, Max, and as TF2 Center are already trying to pick up the pieces, and Full Tilt are crawling all over this last point. I think they're going to get... Oh wait, no! The big turnaround, Big Mike! Michael Adams getting some wondrous rockets with his teammate Tech, and now it's just Spudd. Cannonballs, bless the cannonballs. Will this pull the I guess something out of the bag, but it seems nothing has been pulled. Tech with the shotgun kill.
I think that was a scam. Although if I'm looking at anyone right now, it's going to be Sideshow. I imagine he's going to try and go for some back cap, but it's not going to be enough time, so he's going to go for some kind of force, I reckon, excuse me. And I'm not really sure what'll happen after that, even if he'll get it. I don't think they do. Like, they should know that Sideshow's probably behind somewhere. Like, no one's checking Lunchbox.
And nobody's checking. Mike is looking at the usual doors. Oh, it's Mentor versus Mentee. Who will win? Airshot goes out.
Trade!
Oh, the trade!
Meanwhile, after that, it's going to be TF2 Center pushing into this middle, and Full Tilt, I reckon, are going to try and block this. Silentis on this catwalk area trying to rain the damage, but he's just going to back out. He's going to wait for his team, and he's going to jump in now. He knows the medic should have it. He's going for the force, but he just gets destroyed by Tech there. What an air shot. Both the soldiers for TF2 Center playing so well today, even saving that last point just a minute ago to what just happened there. Spudd has the sticky trap, but I think all of TF2 Center are just going to go to the left yard and just negate it. So it's going to be something happening on second right now. Full Tilt pretty forward. They're going to try and block this as TF2 Center are going to start pushing the lunchbox as they always have.
Yep, they are raring forward. They've actually decided to go top instead with the Uber, and they're seeing if they can squeeze through this little door. Silentis has got his number though. Oh, they actually dropped Tech during that. Bulle not satisfied with losing just his pocket. They've actually backed out. They've still held on to this Uber though, and Koss has used his. He was forced out somehow. I didn't really keep tabs on that, and I've got a wall hat, Max.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible. Sideshow's going to try and equalize this though. Gets in behind, gets onto Bulle, gets the force, but they're going to have so much time. Full Tilt just need to back onto that last, not drop any players to this, and they're going to have an Uber advantage for last. So TF2 Center are probably going to have to play before. Oh, Spudd with the stickies on Flippy, and Numlocked getting taken down as well. TF2 Center in a really good position to take this, as well as Mike trying to trade for the medic. We do have a scout battle of Shocky and Thalash. Thalash actually going to lose that one, however, going to get avenged thanks to Asttt. And TF2 Center backing out as Full Tilt going to take this middle, I think.
That was some terrific scout play coming out from Asttt there, and now they are screaming forward yet again. The momentum is shift yet again, Max. They are claiming the second point. Silentis is claiming another kill onto Flippy. They're holding the yard area for now, crafting another defense for TF2 Center. Maybe another momentum shift is written in the stars, who knows.
Yeah, Full Tilt are definitely fighting this with all that they've got. TF2 Center haven't even got to their last, like for the past 2 rounds, I believe, and well, TF2 Full Tilt have gone on to that, and they've even capped at 1 point. It's still 2-1 the score with 5.5 minutes remaining. Both Ubers are in play right now. Michael Adams trying to go for this force, Koss just ignoring him. Full Tilt going to use their Uber right now. Bulle has just used his. It's going to be a lot better. Full Tilt going to start backing out into this garage area, but remember, it's not the Uber that matters, it's what happens after. Silentis is going to get taken down, so it will favor for TF2 Center. They need to start pushing now if they want to get an advantage, but the spam from Full Tilt is pretty good, so I think they're just going to have to rotate and push from somewhere else, TurboTabs.
Yeah, they're looking to push from this left-hand side door. It has been increased in size in the new map iteration of Granary, and look, they've got in there so easily. Mike is pushing back the entire team, even getting a kill onto Sideshow. That must have stung. It must have hit very close to home, hitting from his own little mentor, and now Mike is again trying to take more attention away from full tilt. He takes a lot of damage as well as attention, but he does create enough room for the rest of his team to come into yard. They get a 3 yard now. Both teams are sitting on somewhat an even advantage, although Koss is building slightly more efficiently, but I think they'll both have a tremendous amount of respect for each other and they won't push on these tiny advantages.
I'm calling that Koss is going to drop. Press 1 in chat if Koss is going to drop. TF2 Center, we do have TF2 Center's Mikey A playing in the Z area, trying to get the force, trying to make my prediction come true, but he does get forced out. Full tilt, not going to let any shenanigans happen. Uber's used from both teams, so I'm wrong. And it's going to favor full tilt. They need to start chasing it now. No, they just want to play it safe, stay on their second. Thalash was behind, but he does get shut down. Sideshow trying to do something now, make the magic happen, but he's going to die to tech. It's all on full tilt. TF2 Center right now as they're pushing up top. Silentis is there to meet him. Trying to fight tech, dropping down onto Numlocked and Shocky, getting them both low, but not really making anything happen. Only 3 remaining. Full tilt are going to have to back out right now.
Man, I had to double check my game there, Max. It looks like I was playing Lemmings for half a second there. It seems full tilt just laying into them one by one. I don't know why they were just going in like that, but I guess desperate times calls for desperate measures. The time is ticking away, tick-tock, but also the point is being capped. It's just poor little Koss by himself. He's doing a wonderful job blocking the point though. Respawners are in, but Thalash can't stay on the point long enough. He's just way too low health, and they made TF2 Center made them an offer they can't refuse, and they had to give up the point, Max.
Yeah, 3-1 the score with 3 minutes remaining. My prediction of 4-1 is starting to look pretty good right now, I'd say. So I'm going to be all in this TF2 Center hype train just so I can say I told you so.
Let's go over to the full tilt team, see how they're feeling.
Yeah, wouldn't even be surprised if they put Dummer's left, Scott's top.
Jumping.
So it's right side on the ground. Took 100 on Mike. It's really weak.
Pushing over.
He's dead, I'm dead.
I'm jumping. Tech took 100. He's
Let's
Scott's
go.
got 120 in choke.
They're weak in corner.
Scott dead,
Gone,
nice.
gone, gone.
Dummer down.
Soldier.
Spudd chasing the medic in choke.
Nice.
Let's
Point.
go.
Cap. Something.
Okay, come on.
Yeah.
Scott might chase me.
No. Come
Right,
in
we're
this
in
spot. Come
yard.
in.
Oh, shit.
We have to go
Yeah.
quick.
They went.
I'm gonna...
Let's
Go
survive.
kill them
I'm falling back a bit. Where are you, Spudd?
Oh, I solo!
I'm just going to unmute this for a second and just say we'll follow them into this last push as well.
I took a fucking
Yeah.
knock in.
Do you want to go try?
I don't like damage.
Are they close? Just see how
No.
close they are.
Yeah.
There's something
We've
to
had
drop
to
down.
use.
Something to
They-
drop
they
down.
multi
Will you
use.
drop down?
No.
Soldier's
They're
dead.
chasing. They're chasing.
Soldier's right.
Where are they chasing?
Right yard.
That's nice. I'm dead.
No, we have distracted by
Behind you,
that.
class. What? I don't.
Alright, I think that's just about sums it up, Max. That is the sound of full tilt's pride
Tilt.
being shattered. Yeah, the full tilt horn and the
Yeah.
sound of horn.
What tilted them initially, I think, was Mike coming through drop down, causing a distraction, and then Tech just jumping onto him, and both of them combined to kill pretty much most of full tilt. And the wipe is pretty much not good for the confidence. There's a minute and 12 seconds remaining, so it's pretty much not possible to happen. But TF2 Center could still get that final round, so I can be right in my prediction. Sideshow going down. Uber's really not close to play for either teams. It's up to them if they want to push dry. And TF2 Center they're already deep in this garage area, the whole team. And they're gonna go for it, I guess. Or not, they're just hanging around in garage.
Well, 44 seconds left on the clock.
Taking the
This-
safe one.
Yeah, this game is practically all said and done. At this point now, I would just go for some of the most airiest air shots and pad out my YouTube channel. But we'll see what they could do, spend the time with. In the meantime, I could preload these logs, Max. I'm going to have a quick glance at them once this game is finished in 20 seconds time.
Oh, there was an air shot there by Mikey A to close it out. Nice one, and he's also gonna not stop now, following it up. Get some damage onto Silentis. Will he do anything else? Probably not. Both teams just playing with the final 10 seconds now, and your score is going to be 3-1 on CP Granary Pro towards TF2 Center over Full Tilt.
So, nice prediction, Max. Very big.
Very close.
Yeah, only off by a single round. Should I start buying lottery tickets and listening to what numbers I should be picking out?
Maybe. If you rub my head, I'll give you all the luck.
Well, it seems in me playing Devil's Advocate has not led me to the promised land.
For the damage, 12.2k by Silentis, going 20-14 with 10 big air shots, playing very well there, doing a lot for his team. I noticed when we went to that comm still, it's pretty much like one of the driving forces of calling when they should push and go in. I saw in that last middle there as well, he did about 1 million damage. It was pretty amazing.
And Silentis is a huge force in their comms. He's also the one that snaps the team out of it if they do any sort of what he likes to call pussy play. And he just wants to get this team aggressive and forward, and you can really see it in stats, Max. Good God. And but he did not quite beat Michael Adams, though, in the airshot department. 11 airshots, count them.
Only lost by 1. Although something else that stand out for Mike, 24-18 with 8.4k damage, solid performance on Roamer, especially it's not even just logs, in terms of the game impact, Mike was playing so well, getting costs at just pretty much perfect moments for TF2 Center to either save them or just start a push for them. No one really strikes me out as being a bottom feeder though. Pretty much everyone played pretty well.
Well, if we head on over to the Sideshow death count, we could probably poke fun at that. But, as somebody has to be that martyr man, especially in Sideshow sort of position, he really does give up a lot for the team and does these risks and really suffers in the stat department. But somebody's got to do it if your team plays like that, Max.
Yeah, I don't know, it's a lot of death, sure, and you are giving TF2 Center, a lot of opportunities to push, but, I didn't feel like he was feeding. If he was going in, there was definitely a reason for it. He was just really, not backing it up sometimes. I don't feel Sideshow played bad. I think both teams played really well, and I was really impressed with what I saw from Full Tilt. I'm expecting a good game on Badlands. Although the problem is, Badlands either ends up being a really close map or a roll, just because of how much people have played it. So it sort of just becomes which team gets it more.
Yes, we have returned to this, I guess you could say the season favourite, the community favourite, everybody's favourite.
Except Pubbers.
But that is Badlands, baby. This map is the crown jewels of competitive TF2. And who do you think's the king, Max, on this map?
Free Tech.
Wow. Who is the king out of these two champions, though, huh? Who's the king of this hill, I guess?
Well, like I said before, I didn't really have anything to base this off because I've never seen either team play it. So based off what I saw on Granary, I'd probably give the advantage to TF2 Center again, just because of just how much they can take. And this map, you can go from middle to second, real quick. And TF2 Center are pretty much ready, to push super hard off one pick. If you get a kill, say, around the house in the middle, you can immediately start jumping in and get onto Spire, super quick. And for a team like TF2 Center, I feel like that might favor them. However, their scouts of Asttt and Thalash do have a lot more room on this map than Granary to make the magic happen. So that could definitely play into what happened in the eventual result.
Yeah, I was just about to pull that very same information, Max. If you had a quick gander at the stats earlier as well, you noticed that Shocky and Flippy didn't have quite as much their hand into it as they usually do, at least compared to Asttt and Thalash. So now that they're playing Badlands, maybe it'll really unlock those scouts like you were talking about.
Yeah, I'd really hope to see that. Thalash and Scouts are two really enjoyable scouts to watch, in my opinion. Thalash, his aim is really good and he does some cool stuff. He's a beast incarnate. And Asttt is just this solid passive scout that just hits everyone for 90 damage and cleans up really well. I think Badlands is probably going to be a really good map for the scouts of Full Tilt. And especially Spudd, I know, is really good on this map. His rollouts are insane. He's going to beat a mid a lot faster than Numlocked, and that could really help them out, I think.
And keep in mind, this really plays into all sorts of gimmicky plays. We've really seen it all when it comes to Badlands, Max. There was even once upon a time that somebody used to roll Pyro, an aggressive Pyro 2 last, and just try and push people off the point. Shout out to Ibs.
Oh, I don't want to see that. I want to see some good, clean TF2. Although I do predict with Sideshow and some of his kooky ideas that he had, he could definitely pull off some EU gimmicks. I'm expecting some last backcaps and some silly spy plays. Although Mike proved to be the spy master last game, doing virtually nothing by missing a spacebar.
Yeah, that's why they call him faster than the master on YouTube, man.
That's such a good name. Shoutouts to Mike. What are your predictions for this map?
Well, I did predict last time that they will go ahead screaming on this. This will be the constant carnage map. This will be, I think it was 4-2 I predicted, maybe even 4-3 to full tilt. I'm a bit squeamish saying that out loud, but I'm going to stick to my guns, Max.
Alright. I can't remember whatsoever what my prediction was, so I'm going to give it 4-2 for TF2 Center. I think, and one of the rounds for full tilt will be a back cap. As we do get started.
Okay, if you are just joining us, welcome. This is our second map for tonight, TF2 Center versus Full Tilt. This is Badlands, baby. This is ETF2L Season 22, powered by Saloon.tf. This is Week 7. I'm TurboTabs, I'm joined with Max, and I'm joined with David on the camera, and the first thing I see on mid is a big double rocket jump from Sideshow right on top of Numlocked. Numlocked down, boys! And but it seems Full Tilt are going equally down, as Sideshow does actually clean up the kill onto Shocky. He's playing a very, very big role for his team right now. Picks up the arrow over from Koss as well, and re-enters the fight, dishes out some damage. Sideshow winning the mid for them, Max.
Yeah, you could say that. You could also say that TF2 Center got split up while Full Tilt were just sort of there. We do have Michael Adams taking a fight in house right now with Silentis, and Silentis is going to end up winning that. But like while TF2 Center was split, like Full Tilt didn't panic. They knew what to do. They kept Mike in check, and then they just managed to take a pick onto Tech. But now they're going to be pushing into the second. Slideshow already on the spy. That's 2 picks there. Asttt getting one onto Flippy. Or Full Tilt jumping forward right now.
Asttt is behind. He's forced off the Uber. He's going into the base. I think he smells blood. He wants it. He's kind of hitting back. Now he's kind of kited around. Oh, he gets picked off though, sadly. I thought he would go a lot more huge there. But nonetheless, it was a big cap at the very least for Full Tilt now, and the Pyro has been brought out by Flippy, already preparing that defense for last before they even had a chance to build Ubermax.
2 picks and a force, and you say that wasn't huge. What more do you want from a scout turbo attack?
I guess I heard DavidTheWin whispering Asttt in my ear, and I felt like, oh, he's going to go on the biggest kill streak of his life, and it's still very good. But Sideshow going down there, trying to play the point. But nothing yields from that except some slight cap time. He will be back any moment now, though, so it's Sideshow. You also have to keep it in the back of your mind that he might go spy. He has not for this moment, but TF2 Center don't know that.
Yeah, I like that suicide attempt. Like, you might get around cap in the absolute best case scenario, but like you're gonna die and you can come back as a different class. And TF2 Center are most likely not going to push out while Ubers are like that far away from being into play. So it's pretty safe. And let's see, Sideshow does decide to just come back as Soldier. So I guess he was trying to take the stickers off the point and his team would follow up in some way, but they didn't feel it. I'm not really sure. But we do have both Ubers in play now, and Flippy playing pretty aggressively on this Pyro. I guess he wants something to just happen.
What do you think of Flippy staying on Pyro? Usually teams like to traditionally come off the Pyro once they've got their Uber ready, just to get that scout ready and waiting to kind of clean up some of these leftover kills.
I quite like it because Pyro's pretty quick, so he can deny their Uber and back up to scout while his team does their Uber, if you understand what I'm saying. So he could just completely shut them down. Then his team has their turn to Uber, and it could be way better while Flippy switches to scout and tries to get any picks coming in from, like, say, bottom left or something. Like, I'm pretty okay with it. Thalash does get taken down there by the heavy while I'm talking about probably absolute nonsense, and TF2 Center start playing pretty aggressively. They even managed to get Flippy really deep behind, actually.
Sorry to cut you off there, Max. Mike was smelt Silentes with very low health in that lobby area. Tries to go for the kill. Silentes actually pushing off that advantage onto Mike now, but that Pyro that they decided to stick with is paying dividends as they are pushing that Uber to a complete nullification. Or is it? The Pyro does get taken out. Flash picks up a kill. Silentes has picked up that kill onto the Pyro. Flippy has been taken out by the cannon, and Flash also cleans up Numlocked. Lone Demoman down. That equals a point any moment now. Koss even pressuring it, but big Michael Adams, oh no, can only die to the stake in the eye, it seems. And Tech though, oh my god, he denies Thalash from capping that last point. Sai's just trying to get on top of it, but the scouts just come in and slap him away from the point as well. Good god, it's a game of volleyball, Max, and the point is the ball.
Yeah, Thalash going absolutely huge there, picking up 3 nice headshots to try and set up his team, but unfortunately, Tech just came out and he's an absolute powerhouse, so he stopped that from going down. So now we're going to have a Spire fight. Full tilt soldiers jumping quite far forward. Flippy getting taken down there, and there's 2 down for TF2 center, and health on Numlocked not looking good. Actually, Shocky managing to go down as well. Asttt is already rushing this last point. Let's see if he can make anything happen. Nope, he's just going to get taken down by Tech. And Full Tilt and now find themselves 3 down, and they're deep in this lobby area, and Thalash on Sniper not looking good for them. Him and Koss are going to have to start getting out straight away. Let's see if Thalash maybe makes some miracle snipe. He's going to take aim in the lobby and fire, not really get anything. Does deny Tech's jump though. Gets a nice headshot going onto Numlocked, Mike, or one of them. I didn't see who it was on, but it was nice. And it's going to leave TF2 Center's health not looking too good right now. Thalash still trying to find these headshots, but I think ultimately Full Tilt are going to retain the Spire.
Ooh, Michael Adams could not hold himself back there. He eats snipers for breakfast, and he really wanted to get that to pick onto Thalash, but Thalash just did not, well, his team didn't allow it. Let's see what Silentis can do. Silentis is on the last point. He's right on top of it. He's almost capped it off, and look, Sideshow assesses him, and the EU gimmicks are in full force here, Mac.
Yeah, that was pretty sick nasty from Silentis there, just running in through lower right from his perspective, getting so much cap time, no one really stops him, and then Sideshow just follows him up, and that's going to be the first round to them. That's pretty huge, but not a solid, convincing way to cap lots, so let's see how they continue on this middle.
Do we count that as a back cap?
No, just a gimmick.
A face cap. Okay, moving into our second mid. Sideshow making the big bomb onto Tech, kind of shimmies away as well. Now the big flankerino. No one expects the walk-in bomb, and Sideshow is backing off, and now his team over on TF2 Centers have bought a lot of ground there. Sideshow does trade with Flippy at the end of that little Roma fight. They're blowing up very well over on Full Tilt. Nobody's noticed Shocky there. He takes out Spudd. That's a big player for Full Tilt. Big Mike, big Tech picking up the scout kills over onto Full Tilt. I guess the turning point there was just Shocky.
Mwah. Gorgeous middle there from TF2 Center. The heavy's just doing so much damage, bunching up Full Tilt. Then they realize they lose a couple numbers, so they just back up really quick, get the heals, and then re-push back onto them, just get all the pick. Solid play, but right now, Talenta's jumping on the Spire. Mike's going to get taken down really low, gets an arrow from Bulle, nice there. And TF2 Center not giving this fight up, and neither are Full Tilt. Both Ubers still to be used right now. Sideshow, oh no, Silenta's going to jump in there trying to get force, and he does. Numlocked and Michael Adams getting taken down there from a nice double from Spudd, and TF2 Center's health not looking good whatsoever, going to back up into this mid. And I think Full Tilt are going to keep the aggression rolling, TurboTabs.
Yeah, Silentes and Spudd going huge there with the sync plays of the loose cannon and the bomb, and now they're using said momentum. The fact that Numlocked is down and just pushing in 4-3, they need to keep an eye on Shocky though, is kind of hiding in this under area. Thalash has been sent to hunt him down and kill him, but it was a mere trap. Mike launches himself on top of him, gets the pick onto him. They want to get Michael Adams though, revenge of the Englishman, I suppose, and Flippy gets cleaned up as a bonus kill for that effort as well.
Yeah, Full Tilt going to keep this rolling. They realize they won the mid, now they want to win the second. Shocky's going to get taken down pretty low, actually just going to get taken down. And with respawns coming out for TF2 Center, I reckon they're going to try and defend the Spire. They're really going to believe in themselves. Both soldiers jumping into, oh no, just one on Spire, one on Bulle, so I'm just going to regroup with Koss there. And I think TF2 Center, yeah, just going to give them this second point and just hold last with both Ubers.
Full Tilt are in the driving seat though, Max. Do you believe? Do you think they will take this all the way? You know what we should do? I should pull out the comms just before they make something happen. Maybe we can catch a bit of this tension over in the Full Tilt mumble. If I can alt-tab from TF2 anytime soon. There we go.
Give me a buff button right, and I'm gonna either get a pick there or bomb in.
I'm gonna rotate around the balcony because of sniper.
Okay.
I don't see.
Watch out they don't push us main, that's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, no, I'll be fine. I'll stay down here.
Can I get an arrow?
Solid top right now. He's resupping the solid.
Oh my god.
What, on top right?
They could try
Yeah,
to
he's there.
Can you let me know when the soldier? Oh, no, help right. Oh,
Is there more people there?
No, only him. I just fucked up.
So, stay on pain train. If they don't push, I'm coming back. Okay?
Alright.
I'm
Don't
gonna
stay
try Quickie Bomb. Damage take a lot.
So
don't stay where they can
Oh,
stand.
no,
the
they're
They're pushing Pyro. What the fuck?
Pyro's weak. Pyro's so low.
Spammed. I
I
like
need to
that.
come back.
He's 6 HP.
We're backing
Like,
out.
He just fakes his health all the time. You just need to shoot him.
He'll
I
push
did,
low right.
spammed in the
No,
inside.
no,
Sorry.
someone else is shooting as well.
We're backed up on stone.
Do you want me, actually, should I go spy? But They're not pushing.
Yeah, jump up.
Yeah.
Jump
They're
up.
pushing.
I know. I'm just spamming point with cannon.
Arrow.
Scott's balcony.
Soldier dead.
Nice.
They're up.
I'm dripping them.
Med's
I'm
on.
dripping.
Shotty to plant.
Med's weak.
Soldiers are
Please,
50.
please.
I'm trying to hold
dead.
this.
Kill Mike, kill Mike.
Sorry, sorry.
Nice.
Med's probably six.
This is great, this is
He's
great.
left
Don't
back,
overcommit,
left
don't
back.
Scott
overcommit.
main.
Took Scott. Demo
6
2.
main.
Mate,
I'm gonna go
Mate,
for balcony. I'm going.
Stuck on his own.
It doesn't matter, we don't need him.
I'm coming top.
I know, I'm just saying. Then let's go inside the point. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Solid pyro top right.
Ignore.
I'm just
Numlocked.
using-
Focus
Okay.
everyone else.
Pyro.
I need the pyro.
2 pirates again.
Oh my
Right
god.
down.
Nice one.
Let's re-push top.
Pyro's weak.
Go down.
Soldier weak.
Nice one.
Takes weak,
No.
takes weak. Behind point. I'm pushing top.
Is he still above the point?
Yeah.
I'm
He's
gonna go for
just
it.
150. He's fell down. Fell down.
Please kill him. He's looking at me.
Nice.
They've
Nice,
done
good.
double pyro twice now.
Yeah, that's really a PM.
Whoa, it's 4-0 though.
It's like sorry for.
Wow. Well, excuse me for the very long mumble play, but I just wanted to see where it kept continuing, man.
Why is Tomo fake nicking as Numlocked? That's what I want to know. But we're going to go into this middle. Let's see if we can keep this Tomo impression going and just do an amazing job. Nope, he's just going to get jumped by Sideshow. He's going to get taken down because of fall damage, and that's going to be 2 picks straight off the bat for full tilt, and we're going to pause, because why have fun?
Momentum is shifting, and they've accidentally used up the sniper panic button over on Flippy. They have to hit the other panic button, Max, and that is the pause button. But it's okay, Max. You know what time it is?
No.
It's time for another rousing game of what will happen next.
Full tilt are going to go full stampede mode and just bomb the crap out of TF2 center and force them out of middle. And Shocky's not going to be relevant, even though he's in a good position.
I think TF2 center are going to get a good spam on somebody, and then they'll follow up with that pick, and then they'll just try and blob up against each other and see who wins from that fight. And I think TF2 center will win that fight.
Oh, the blob again.
Do you know what? Yeah, the
Yeah.
blob
It
happening.
return. Oh no, here we go. Flippy's
Press
going
one.
to take down
Press
Asttt.
1 for Max. Press 2 for me.
Tech going in, doing all the damage of his shotgun. Flippy getting another pick onto Thalash, and Tech's going to take down Silenta. Oh my god, a wipe for full tilt. I am
2
such
for 2
an idiot.
for Turbo!
Oh my god. I'm done. I'm just gonna go hang out with my flatmate. You're obviously the smartest man in TF2. I quit. Never casting again. This is it. Your boy Max Money's out.
Man, this is what you wanted, though. You wanted TF2 Center to win. You got the big picture prize. I only get these little small battles and skirmishes.
Fair enough.
Well, TF2 Center off the back of that blobbing, #blob, and we're going to see if they can push into last as well. I think they have the Uber ready. Let's see. Oh, yes, they do. So let's see if No Cost has no Uber whatsoever. So this will be a very difficult push. I mean, defense either for full tilt. TF2 Center have Ubered in right now. They're pushing in into this top right-hand side, and they can't quite focus down all the players they want to. Asttt does stay alive momentarily. They've got a lot of point presence there. They need to really contribute a lot of players to keep that point uncapped over on full tilt. They're doing a good job of it, but there's just so many players, and it's just poor little Cost left. He's going to get slammed
Even
by an
getting
air shot.
airshot.
Yeah. I guess that's how it goes. I guess put TF2 Center in invoking the second half rule of their team where they just evolve. This is them going from Charmeleon to Charizard, Max.
Yeah, that was really convincing. I want to see what they get going on this middle. I think your analysis is pretty spot on. Like, once they get that one pick, they see how far they can push it. So let's see what Full Tilt is really mixing up their middle here, playing split on this valley area. Sideshow trying to jump in deep there, and Silenta's getting it shut down, trying to join him. But the health for TF2 Center not looking too good.
Michael Adam picks up 2 huge kills there. Could have got the third one, but decides to play it safe and go back into the house, and the whole team just of TF2 Center just crashes upon him, and Mike even cleans up that kill for later. He was just saving it. It was dessert for him. Tasty Spudd.
Spuds are pretty good. I wonder if he had it baked, or or how else can you have a potato? I don't know.
think that was a mashed potato, a mashed Spudd if I've ever seen one.
I'm an
But,
Eastern European that can't make potato joke. What is my life? But speaking of someone else's life, the TF2 centers is on the line. They're still around down, and they're trying to change it, getting pretty deep in. They know they have the huge Uber advantage, at least they should do, and they're going to choose to use it right now. Asttt, the Pyro, shutting down this Uber really hard. You're going to get taken down the tail end. What's going to happen? Full Tilt just backing up into the spawn. Numlocked goes down, does trade with no one really, but it's 2 down for both teams. Flippy and Shocky really weak though, so the pushing power of TF2 Center might not be too good. Tech trying to jump forward, get the shotgun damage out, but he should just be dying. Cost gonna get the sword, nice from him. And pretty convincing hold from Full Tilt.
So the game plan there for TF2 Center was like, we need to try and kill Spudd, and Spudd's plan there was to wipe the enemy team, it seems. And it seems Spudd's plan was so much better than Team TF2 Center's, plus he also had the safety of his own base, so I don't think there was any chance that Spudd was going to go down in that fact. He actually does get slightly denied out in the air from the Flippy sniper. The panic button has been pressed yet again, and this time Thalash, they're responding with his own sniper. Oh, there was a Thalash sniper, I should say. He gets picked off, domed by Flippy. Solentis is getting into the thick of it, picks up the kill onto Numlocked. Bulle gets in his face trying to slap him, but he also cleans up that kill as well. Flippy's brought down really low, he has to back out. Will
but we do
get
have
a slight pick though? Oh, the back cap though. Nobody suspects the soldier back cap. Will anybody address this?
Yeah, Spudd's going behind to deal with it. Let's see if MG might Spire. He's going to actually surf Spudd's damage all the way onto Cost. Doesn't get the damage on him though, and he's just going to get cleaned up while the rest of TF2 Center just retake mid, realizing the amount of players that went back for Mike. It's absolutely terrifying force. You don't want to send, one person. He will just destroy them, especially on that Spire. But however, for them, for Full Tilt, it's pretty good because they're coming really close to their Uber, while TF2 Center are pretty damn far away from it.
Yeah, Mike being one of those players where, there's a lot of respect for players when you don't call them by their class, you call them by their name, and they say Mike is there, Mike is backcapping us, and they had to send everybody shrilling back to deal with him. They've gone Ubered into this middle to claim it a little bit later. Bull doesn't quite have his Uber yet. Despite all that Uber in. Oh, the back cap yet again. Who's on that? That's Shocky. He's learning a thing or two from Michael Adams. Picks up the back cap and he's in there, home free. He's going towards last, darting towards it. Everyone on Full Tilt is panicking. They've sent a scout of their own to deal with the 1v1. Big Shocky, the German is back. He's cleaned that up. EU gimmicks in full force. Stefan has returned and he has brought his backcapping ways with him. It is a tie, Max.
I think he should change his name because that wasn't a shock. He just caused an earthquake in this game as we have 2-2 the score right now. I'm gonna take a look at Spudd and see what he does, trying to get some stickies out. The rest of Full Tilt rolling out in the slope area. Solentis counter jumping, gets a kill onto Mike. Really nice way to start the round. Does end up trading with Shocky though, and both teams trying to get their position going. Full Tilt are the ones who have less players, and TF2 Center are just slowly claiming this middle for themselves. Only losing Mike. Sideshow, the final remaining player. He's behind, trying to jump in, get something going, but he's just going to get taken down. The scouts for TF2 Center going huge that middle.
Man, you're going to have to, I guess, humour me for a little bit, Max, but I've made a swift observation about Full Tilt, not just this game, but all season. It seems any time Sideshow gets behind and goes for the biggest flank of his life, he just takes way too long, and Solentis getting cleaned up on Spider. I don't know, that was a very optimistic play, but he gets cleaned up, that's not a factor. But yeah, Sideshow goes behind for the biggest flank of his life, and he wastes too much time, and they just lose the mid off the back of it. They're pushing into last now, though, TF2 Center, really punishing from just what that is, that small mistake back on middle. They are doing a good job of holding it, though. Spudd being the wonder demo man that he is, and that cannonball, that cannonball is just pushing them left, right, and center, even picking up a few kills here and there. Asttt cleaning up everybody. The Asttt pistol also picking up the Bulle kill. Flippy is over on Sniper. He's trying to head his way to choke. Sideshow has his number though. He's right on top of him. The nice surf away, but the Solentis and Sideshow double bombs are chasing him up, and they even get out to add icing on the cake, Max.
Yeah, that was just solid there, like on the read. As the TF2 Center scouts went huge on the middle, Full Tilt scouts went huge on the last point. Do have Michael Adams here trying to cause some damage in-house, does force Thalash out. But Full Tilt are just going to be like, we're going to just push in right now. Both heavies jumping pretty forward. No, Silentis does get taken down by Numlocked there, though. Silentis jumping across the point with the help of his scout partner.
Oh,
and Full Tilt are taking this.
Flippy though. Oh, have they? Oh, he almost sends Thalash actually does get taken out. Flippy is still alive. He finally gets cleaned up by Asttt. Uber has been forced. Bulle is sitting on about 60%. Sideshow is in a devastated level of health. They've actually decided to just push back in. They know that they're so much healthier than Full Tilt right now. Spudd is seeing if he can just get back into the fight. He actually jumps back for now. Sideshow jumps in though. Not quite coordinated with his team, but the cannonballs have hold true. They've done so much damage. They've even cleaned up a kill onto Tech. And now they've got Mike in the most awkward position for Roman to be. Decides to choose option C and just back out, waste time. Thalash does think about chasing him, but realizes it's not worth it, and then raring forward to the second point, Max.
Yeah, I love this by Full Tilt, just recognizing that Mike's going to be so far behind, we might as well just ignore him, treat it like TF2 Center are a player down. So they're going to be pushing in from this resup area right now. TF2 Center are in there, just going to do a forward hold in the lobby. They reckon they're going to let them hold Spire, and then they're going to try and beat him in a fight. Sideshow does try to, Silentis, does try to go in, but Tech's just going to take him down. Koss does have that Uber advantage, because Sideshow's bomb did manage to kill Bulle, so that's really big for them. But Michael Adams is still behind. He's approaching from this Haunter area now. He's just going to jump on through Spire, and Koss is going to get, well, Koss is going to use right now, and Michael Adams just jumping away again. But TF2 Center are going to be holding in their lobby still. Meanwhile, wow. I was about to say, meanwhile, Full Tilt just backcapping, but it's too quick for even me to finish my word. Great play there from Spudd.
Not like this, Max. Not like this. This is, you predicted just one back cap, but it seems this game is built on a foundation of back caps. Is this all EU knows, Max?
I think EU's just got the game sense to pull off these back caps. That's what it is. Americans and their stalemates, they just play so boring. Let's keep everything exciting, and including this middle, which Full Tilt want to do. A lot of their players jumping aggressively forward to 2 down a piece, although Koss down 4. Full Tilt is not going to be good for them. They do have some good point presence, but it's up to TF2 Center right now to regroup. Tech jumping in, get some good damage onto Spudd, going pretty low, but there is only 2 remaining for TF2 Center, so Full Tilt are just going to untilt, push forward and try and kill them, but Mikey A and Bulle are actually going to try and back up to Greybridge. Asttt to meet him. Bulle, 3 shots. Can he get the 4th? No! Bulle surviving. Michael Adams with a clutch play. Oh,
Player 2 has entered the game. Thalash is going for Bulle instead. Oh, nobody can quite hit the French medic. And where is player 3? He is not there. Sideshow is not launching anytime soon. He's actually sat all the way back, just hitting on a nice, healthy buff. You actually see Mike launching himself forward. He's decided to go on the retaliation. Backed off for now, but the rest of his team is followed off of all the space and scouting made by him. Shocky does go down to 4 damage. Asttt is in there though, and nobody can hit him, it seems. Only the scouts can hit him. No air shots for TF2 Center. Sideshow gets the force over onto Bulle now, and they've got Silentis raring forward in before the Ura's even finished, and Tech is trying to get the air shot. He's been pushed out. Flippy gets cleaned up on the back of it. They've used their Uber. Mike is sitting off behind with his skill stick out. They've sent someone to deal with him. Oh my days, finally Mike goes down to Spudd. That loose cannon. That's the man of the match so far, Max. That loose cannon has been deadly.
The fight's going to still be going on right now, and it does look like Full Tilt have more numbers and more position to go with right now. They're going to be trying to push across this point. For TF2 Center in there, Flippy's going to get taken down to some more donk action from Spudd. And I think TF2 Center are just going to probably try and hold second for one. Full Tilt going to keep the pedal to the metal maybe and push through. No, they're just going to take the time to build up their Uber. But Koss might know that there's a big advantage. Well, not big, but there's an advantage for Bulle. And I think Bulle recognizes this. He's going to try and take Numlocked in through choke. They're trying to get through, but the spam is pretty hard from Full Tilt right now. The flank trying to get something going on, but Flippy does get taken down. And that's going to give Full Tilt a lot of room and enough time to get their Uber, I think.
Yeah, a lot of tension in the air now. They cut that tension by
Mike actually died to Thalash.
Yeah. And now Sideshow's swiftly moving in. He's calling to his team that they've given the all clear. They can press forward and press forward. They have Spudd is trying to get behind the spire, lock down the spire for his team, seeing if they can cap it under their noses. A skirmish is happened. They've popped the Uber. Koss has milked it for what it's worth, and Numlocked is seeing if he can just get some slight damage onto the other players over on Full Tilt. This could be in bad books for Full Tilt, though. It's just one of those positions where he can be heavily overwhelmed, and Tech does clean up Spudd, who is trying to get away from a very eager jump, but just doesn't quite play out. TF2 Center pushing into middle. They can taste blood. They've had their first bite of the I guess the full tilt sandwich, and they want more. They've got this middle for now just to content themselves. Sideshow goes down, and that's probably going to push and prompt another push coming out from TF2 Center. Look at Michael Adams launching forward with the fancy rocket jumps. Numlocked cleaning up with his stick damaging sticky, and that's another point for TF2 Center, and it's only been a minute now.
Yeah, Jesus, like the advantages that they get is pretty insane. Mike and Shocky down for TF2 Center, though. Nice stickies from Spudd and rockets from Salentis. Asttt is going to try and go behind right now through this valley area. Is going to try and cut off TF2 Center as they back out through choke. They're slowly making their way. Full tilt are trying to force them, but TF2 Center are staying in. Asttt behind onto Bulle. Bulle does pop in time. Great reactions. Flash onto Numlocked, and Asttt is going to get taken down. But 2 picks, oh no, just 1 pick for each team. The health of TF2 Center not too great though, so they're going to have to try and back it. Michael A tries to do something on the spy, but doesn't get anything going. Just going to get taken down by Salentis. 2 down a piece right now. But the Uber advantage favors TF2 Center, but the health definitely favors Full Tilt. I think both teams are just going to recollect and wait for spawners before they try and do anything.
Finally, we can breathe a quick sigh of relaxation, Max. This game has finally been put on a slight little pause, I suppose. You know, some stalemate.
As opposed to the real ones.
Well, we'll see if any sort of shenanigans happens in the meantime. You can see all sorts is happening on this flank, though. They actually pick off Sideshow, who was kind of going for maybe a slight bomb onto Bulle, who was pushing in from the flank arena. But
Michael Adams dropping down onto Koss, going to get some damage onto him, knocking down really low. Michael Adams does get Koss, clutch play from him. 3 down, he's actually still on Spudd right now, gets him super low. Spudd, nice surf there, but does going to get taken down by Flip. Oh my god, I think Mike is being played by Channing Tatum, because that was just some magic there. And there's going to be a Spire for that's going to be a Spire cap for them, and they're going to be pushing this straight in. Only 2 up, Full Tilt. It's going to be 3-3, and we have an even game here right now.
Yeah, we have an even game, neck and neck, and we're pulling out all stops. The Magic Mike references are out of control from Maximilian. Okay, straight face for this. This is serious games. This is people's dreams right now, Max. They want to be taken seriously, Full Tilt, and so does TF2 Center. Let's see if their seriousness goes into their play. Sideshow getting some good damage into Numlocked is sadly the first pick over on TF2 Center's mid, and now they're just pushing out the rest of this team. Look at this scout fire, just really pushing everybody out from Full Tilt before they can even react or make a second plan.
Yeah, the positioning from TF2 Center, these the past couple mid-fights has just been ridiculous. They know exactly where to be and when to be, so they can win the fight and dominate. Michael Adams with a deep jump in there, but does get noped really low, but manages to stay alive because, as I mentioned earlier, he's pretty damn magical. Both Ubers going to be coming into play right now, and I think that, well, it's even, so neither team is really on pressure to initiate, but I think it's probably going to end up being TF2 Center. I reckon they're going to try and do another really aggressive flank play, as it worked so well last time for them.
4 minutes left on the clock. What seems like a short time towards must feel like an eternity for the players inside the game, and you can just cut the tension with a knife. It's barely a slight advantage to TF2 Center in the fact that they're holding on to this middle, so it is really up to them to kind of make the aggressive play. You see Mike is even sitting on this flank and side, seeing if he can coerce out a pick onto Sideshow, but fool me once, says Sai, so you won't fool me twice.
Yeah, we have Tech and Bull right now in resup, an aggressive flank play, just like your boy predicted, but they're just going to back out seeing as there's no really easy picks there. Full Tilt start to rotate for it, but they realize it was just a fake, and we're going to have Tech jumping in right now, trying to get onto Koss. He's going to force the Uber after hitting one nice rocket. Michael Adams in deep, trying to spread damage onto the other player, but the Uber really kind of better for Full Tilt in the end, but nothing really happens after it. We do have Salentis trying to jump in right now, hurt all the players. Going to get air shot though by Tech. Sideshow does, and really good rocket there. Full Tilt still playing pretty close to this choke area right now, though. We're going to have Epsilon, Full Tilt look like, oh my god, TF2 Center finally get the right team, pushing in through choke, both soldiers going in, really deep, Salentis going in bomb, but we're going to get destroyed by oh my god, technical play there. 36 degrees of destruction from Tech, just taking down Salentis, and TF2 Center just going to push in, steamroll their way in. And that's going to try and make something happen, but going to get taken down, and I think TF2 Center are going to push this pretty deep into lob.
Yeah, they have the slight Uber advantage as well. They could really hit Full Tilt in the jugular if they can just land off this perfect Uber. They launch him right now, and there we go! Koss has got been taken out before he has the safety net of his own Uber to bring back up. It's just Asttt on the point. Bulle caps it off with without his team having to even like sweat a single bullet there.
Yeah, 4-3 the score now with 2 minutes remaining. It's really up to Full Tilt to have a turbo round right now. So let's hope that they can pull that one out. Unless there might be tilted. Is there a chance we could go into a TF2 Center's comms this game? I don't think we've done that once. See how they play out the last minutes of the game.
This is not the machine to be alt-tabbing.
Oh no.
Oh, okay, I'm going to see if I can catch the tail end.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead. We wiped you all on Shoki.
I don't know, like, don't we have a scout checking if they go shit house?
I was on choke.
I called scout.
Combo's coming down, let me know.
Sadly, I missed it, Mac. This computer is just not powerful enough to alt-tab in time.
Yeah, I did say that they needed a turbo round and Full Tilt trying to make that happen. They had a great mid, now they just need to follow it up to a last push. They have a huge Uber advantage, they're just about to cap Spire. Everything is definitely looking up them. This is their dream, this is their chance to show that they're not tilted. But someone has something to say about it, and it's Shocky with another Earthquake-like play, taking down Spudd with a back. But Full Tilt realize that they can't let that distract. They're going to Uber in from this top left area, jumping straight onto the point. TF2 Center need to collapse on them hard right now. Two down for both teams right now. TF2 Center trying to focus this point, so all of them are on it. Asttt gonna run in, get piped, and a rocketed to get taken down. We do have Thalash up still. Gonna try and go in, do some damage. Can he make the miracle happen? No, Numlocked just gonna sticky him out. 30 seconds remaining. There is time if something happens, but I think all of TF2 Center are just gonna stay on there.
Nobody expects the spy from the demo man. 23 seconds left on the clock, but look, they don't want to risk it at all. They just know that this is the most toxic gamers on the planet. They would even resort to a spy play. Look at all these players just being launched at the point. I don't think Spudd is ever going to get a chance to get on top of it. He's decided to uncloak. 6 seconds left. What can he do? They have stepped off it. Oh, can they get on time? Cost is on. Oh wait, no, it's only cap second. How am I? I'm embarrassed. I guess I was just so fixated on this point. It's like maybe they can do it, but the back cap must have already happened whilst I was getting way too hyped for something that can't possibly happen. The game will go to TF2 Center, a game that was right in Full Tilt's palm, but just slips through their fingers, Max.
Yeah, Spudd trying to do something on that spy, but all he ended up doing was just watching his team die from an invisible point of view. I'm going to take a look at the logs when they finally load, and what's the first thing that strikes out at me in damage is that Spudd top damage, 14 to 14 with 9.8k damage. I was so impressed with him these past two maps. He was doing so much work for his team, getting so many kills, donks left, right, and center. But someone else who impressed me was Tech and Michael Adams, both with 27 kills. However, Mike does have 21 deaths to Tech's 16. Both of them playing really well. Tech did take 11k damage and only did 9.6, though. That's pretty peculiar. And Airshot King this map will be Spudd as well with 11 airshots. Oh my god, what a game. The Potato Master himself.
Just to keep in mind as well, if you could break it down by damage on weapons, I'm not sure if the stream technology can actually do that, but I'll just read it out for everybody. But the most of that damage coming out from Spudd was the loose cannon, I believe. Actually, no, it was just shy of being it by like 50 damage max. Could you imagine 4.8k all coming out from that little loose cannon gun?
That's crazy to think. Spudd definitely like one of the biggest. Everyone should use the loose cannon just because of how amazing it is, and he's showing that it really is like such a good and solid weapon. Like I think he's never. I don't think I've seen him use pipes for such a long time. Ever since he's found the loose cannon, like the man is so good with them, and there's a reason he uses them. Oh, I just love those two games. I can't get over it. They were both really enjoyable to watch. Both teams played so well. I was impressed with so many things. I'm fanboying so hard. That game was so good.
Well, whilst we were predicting the Scouts to go huge over on Full Tilt, it just seems to not hold a candle to the soldier power of TF2 Center. You can just see Tech and Mike holding close to each other, even though they play vastly different positions. And it really shows that TF2 Center are all about the soldiers right now.
Oh, Sideshow did better than the last map. He died 27 times this time.
Improvement! Yeah!
Oh, we are joined by some TF2 Center gamers. And by that I mean the team, not bad players.
Wait.
Hello, Michael Adams and Seb Barn.
Now we're joined by bad gamers.
Yeah, that.
Wow.
I do
Top
not take
tech.
kindly to that.
Is that
That is
what
not
we're
good
getting?
banter.
Are we just getting the sideshow? Oh, we're getting other people thrown in as well. Any more of your team coming, sideshow? Is this everybody?
I just said drag them in if you want them.
Okay.
They're all below. If
Are they
you
all
want to talk
happy
to anyone.
with this situation? If I drag in Asttt, will he not?
Oh yeah, he'll contribute to the conversation.
All right, let's just have a party in here. Why not?
Let's get crazy. Alright.
Yeah, I'll pull in
no.
Cos, even if he's muted. I'll just keep him in spirit.
So
We don't want to leave out Thalash as well. Okay.
Let's go, bros.
All right, maybe we should have left Thalash out. But either way, I just want to start off. Congratulations, TF2 Center. You've won the game. Both maps, actually. And it doesn't really matter. How are you feeling?
Yeah, it's alright.
It's a pretty good game, I thought.
solid second.
I'm just glad we didn't end up with another draw.
Were you worried that might happen? There was a point where Full Tilt were definitely in the lead on Badlands, and it was looking kind of like
They were
their game.
definitely in the lead.
They were in the lead on both maps, weren't they? At one point.
No, you were.
I don't think we were ever
No.
in the lead on Granary. Were we?
No,
It was
you weren't.
drawn for a long
okay.
time. It was like 2-2 or 3-3 for a long time.
Yeah.
I can't even remember.
Oh, okay. I'm just glad Full Tilt are really good at throwing.
Just to
Please in the name.
just to get things into contrast, Sideshow, how badly did your team want this victory tonight?
Not
None
particularly.
of us cared.
No, it's a weird situation because we're already guaranteed the playoffs. Literally, the next game we're going to be playing is going to be exactly the same. It's going to be us against this team. So, at the end of the day, it doesn't make that much difference to us. But what's even the advantage of finishing second in the playoff structure? I think you get like an extra map ban or something. You get some kind of map advantage, but whatever it is, we weren't too bothered about it. We were just wanting to do well and maybe take something away for the playoffs.
You do have some crucial information as well, having played the team now.
I do want to bring it over onto the other side of things. TF2 Center, how badly did you want this game? Was it a huge deal to you about winning this game, or were you just here to play some fun TF2?
Just here to play some Team Fortress 2.
Didn't care one little bit, and you still won. Ooh, it must sting, Full Tilt, to hear
Do
that.
TF2 Center even care?
I don't turn on my monitor for any game. So I'm as casual as you can be.
It's pretty damn casual.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I might have harped on it a lot tonight, but I'm just going to harp on it just a little bit more. Once upon a time, Sideshow, Mike used to be your mentor, correct?
Yeah, at one point.
No,
And then,
what? No.
yeah.
No?
I don't want any association.
Yeah, he did. He taught me everything I know. That's how I'm so good.
Mike?
Did he teach you to die 43 times against 7?
See, I knew one day that Sideshow would be in Prem and I'd end up playing against him, so I just sabotaged his career early on. I severely handicapped him, but he still managed to make it.
I know we're all wrong. Oh, I can see it now.
What should you do in this situation? She should die, Sideshow. Die as much as possible.
The flashbacks are happening. It's like Nam.
Aren't you proud of your boy, though, Mike? How far he's come?
Thank you. I appreciate this.
It's like I'm his child.
Your boy. I did, like, I
you?
added Sideshow because I saw one of his YouTube videos and I was like, this guy, he might have something. And then I got him on double mixes and that
Turns
was a
out he
huge
didn't.
mistake.
You wasted your time, really, didn't you?
And then
And
he
now-
took over the double mixes for me.
Now
and made
I
them
run them.
AIDS.
Alright, okay. Throwing out some serious questions now. Now that Full Tilt has played TF2 Center, and like you said, you will be playing them relatively soon in the playoff game, are you going to scan down these games? Is there already anything you've learnt from them that you're going to do differently the next game?
Who's that aimed towards?
Anyone at Full Tilt. You know what Salenta is.
Wait,
I want to
what
hear
did you ask?
from Salenta.
I wasn't listening.
Have you learnt anything from this game, or do you think like this game is going to be valuable to you for
No.
your next match?
I don't know. I thought I was playing fine on both maps. I thought I was smashing them on Granary, but then
You were.
none of the damage really ended up with some frags. So I don't
Didn't
know.
even matter, you know?
Yeah, in the end,
The quote
it doesn't
from
even
Park.
matter.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think one of the things is just like we know that we're not going to get trashed on Badlands or Granary if we go up against them, so they're fairly safe maps going into it.
Okay. That was Bulle there with a delightful
A kind
rendition.
word from our sponsor. Thank you very much.
Well, my next question was actually about Bulle. How is he settling in, Mike, Seb, into the team? Your new medic.
I think he's settling in pretty well. Like, there's still a bit of like our combo's kind of a little bit all over the place with me, Tech, and Bull. Like, when I call really fast. So obviously the French players struggle a bit to understand me.
Just learn French.
Discrimination.
just learn French. It would be so much easier.
So we need to slow our play down a little bit. But yeah, I'm really happy with how Bull's playing.
Do you miss Nox at all? Is his absence really noticed in the Mumble, or is Bulle just really?
It's noticed, believe me. But yeah, no, I miss Nox, but I'm looking forward to playing Overwatch with him, and we're going to be using it at DreamHack as well. So.
Have you got your passes yet?
Ooh.
No, fuck off.
Even all the players who don't want to play have them. How's that make you feel?
I'm not sure if that is the first word of it, but yes, Nox will be coming to DreamHack instead of Bulle. Sadly, I think he can make it to DreamHack at all, didn't he? So Nox decided to.
Work.
Yeah, he just decided to.
We actually can't use Stefan either. It's his parents' anniversary, and he's now committed to going to that instead of DreamHack. So we are going to be using Tyler for fun.
Did you manage to find a replacement for Shocky?
No,
Yeah, Tyler for fun.
Kyler for XD.
Kyler for Putis.
Kyler loves Putis.
Toxic gamers. How on earth can you put up with this sideshow, Sil, Spudd?
What do you mean?
You
How
sound
can you put up
so
with it?
focused in your games.
You
I
weren't
do.
listening on Granary, I think.
No, on Granary there was a hiatus of sound, and I just went, "Oh, now we can meme," and we just started singing. I think it really brought us together as we decided on what to do while we pushed.
Yeah, we lost that push.
Yeah,
I'm
we
not sure
did.
why.
No, I've no idea.
Well,
Yeah,
we came
we
into your
chose the wrong
comms.
song. That's why.
We
No,
came
what
into your comms
was
while you were
it?
winning.
We should never sing Airplanes ever again.
Yeah. Thank you.
I could really use it.
I
So,
can use some memes right now.
Yeah.
Usually a thing that pulls teams apart is these cluttered comms, but you decide to turn it into a strength, I suppose, just bringing the team together, bringing up that...
Yeah, it requires everyone to have a lot more synergy because nobody knows what's happening.
Yeah, I never have a clue.
Well, I'm sure it led you to a victory. Oh, wait.
Almost did.
Worked out perfectly.
Yeah, almost.
Alright, so... well, you did play Granary and Badlands tonight, both of the teams, Seb, Mike, Sideshow, Sil, Spudd. Do these results, are these going to skew any decisions for you guys?
What in terms of map
in
choices?
your next playoff map?
No.
I heard Epsilon really likes to play Process. So
Yeah, we're banking on
into-
them not banning Process so that we
Yeah.
can play that.
Yeah, I think Epsilon likes to play it better. TF2 said I don't. So.
Yeah.
Sorry.
TF2 Center hate Process.
How much practice did you guys do in TF2 Center? To show
I played once.
Oh, nice. Did you get
I played
dumped
either
on?
TF2 Center or TF2 Lobby, I don't know which.
Yeah, it might have been a lobby actually. But TF2 Center is better than lobbies.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on TF2 Stadium?
I don't know what that is.
But they're doing the Master of Classes event, which you're taking part in, right, Sideshow?
Yes. Yeah, that's this Saturday actually. There's tons of people taking part in it. But
Alright, okay.
check that one out.
Pooping on Stadium aside, let's get back to the main picture. DreamHack is coming up for TF2 Center. That's the team, not the actual place. And how important is that held in TF2 Center's eyes? Is it really the only thing you'll be focusing right now? Or is ETF2L really important to you?
I mean, we want to win ETF2L, but it doesn't feel like it just feels like two officials rather than like the playoffs.
Rather than one official. Is that what you're going for?
There's just double the amount of officials really. So in one night.
So if you had to throw me a percentage of like how much you care, how much effort you're going to put in for, I guess DreamHack compared to ETF2L or ETF2L compared to DreamHack, like
what's the ratio
yeah.
of care?
Well, I mean, we'll play
20.
twice. We'll play like twice a week up until end of after DreamHack. So there you go.
That's a 200% increase.
We've got a whole new map to learn.
Oh, fuck
No.
Yeah, actually, that would make
No,
a very good question. What do
it's
you
not
think
happening.
of?
It's
What do you
not
think
happening.
of
It's not
Gravel Pit
happening.
entering?
There's suddenly only a
potentially
one-team
entering the-
tournament at DreamHack if that happens.
We're
What
not
do you-
fans.
So your opinion of Gravel Pit potentially, that is the key word here,
Also
potentially
shit.
entering the map pool as in shit.
Even it potentially being there triggers me.
What about, I heard it's getting a whole new, I guess, rule change and whatnot. There's going to be, timers are going to be set differently. Are you not just a little bit happy about that? Would you be happy if you played Gravel Pit
I'm
as
happy,
an old
I'm happy
version?
to be tested like in next ETF2L season or like in a one night cup sort of thing. But I think it's ridiculous to put it into such a big tournament.
Ridiculous.
Okay, well, if Gravel Pit was still there, but it was the old timings, would that be better?
No.
What
There's
map
a
has
reason
been-
we don't play Gravel Pit anymore for like countless seasons now, and like increasing the like timers or decreasing how long you have to cap points isn't gonna make it any better. It's just gonna make it. It's condensing the aids.
What map got swapped out for it?
CP Lazy Town.
Thanks,
I'd
man.
rather play Lazy Town.
Lazy Town is a
Or
good map.
Orange
DM Mario
X3.
Kart.
Foundry.
Oh, what's that? The dubstep one where it, like the drops and then the map like folds
isn't it
inside.
King-
out.
There's a dubstep one.
Yeah.
Oh,
King of the
God.
Hill, Chainsaw Train, something like that. I don't know. I can't
I don't
remember.
know.
If that's it or
Oh,
not.
yeah, I saw that one.
Oh, it's time for my favorite question. Michael Adams, who was the worst player on your team today?
Myself.
Yeah, you fucking blow, kid. I did 12
Piece of
kills.
crap. Give me the real answer. I know you. You believe in yourself so much. Who was really the worst player on your team today?
That's what I said.
No. It's
What
wrong.
do you mean, no?
It's wrong. Who was it? Seb
I
was
don't-
the worst player on your team.
There you go. Koth Wub Wub Wub. That was the map. Thank you, Twitch chat.
Oh,
I'm a big fan of Koth Wub Wub Wub.
it's. Can we play it at DreamHack?
Yeah,
incredible.
we played a DreamHack.
You bribe me, I'll put any map you want in.
I can't even. I
That's
can't
how it
afford.
works.
I can't afford the house. I can't afford the private.
Oh, Turbine, that was a good map. Bring that back.
Oh yeah, Turbine.
Fucking honest to God, you guys are retards.
Says
Boggles
Mr.
my
Gravel
mind.
Pit. Are you joking?
Boggles my mind. You want
Mr. Gravel
CTF in. You want CTF in.
Oh, for Gravel Pit. Yeah.
Making me cry.
Every Tim.
Well,
Everyone thinks it's ridiculous except for Sideshow and Cadus, and Sideshow is overruling everyone with his decision from Ingi or Condom. Thoughts, Sideshow? Are you abusing your power?
Is it an abuse of power?
Yeah.
Why?
You're like a crappy government.
Does no one else want
everyone
that?
wants A, and you're saying no. Screw you, B.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
That's
the
not-
boss man. I'm the boss man. I do what I want. Rules
Alright.
mean nothing. This is not a democracy. I am not in the business of appeasing tards.
alright, okay, let's consider that our mic dropped. Let's get this wrapped up. I'm sure everybody is eager to get on with their lives. Okay, if you've just joined us, sadly you've just missed TF2 Center versus Full Tilt, but don't worry, you can catch more action, or at least the action you've missed, over on our YouTube. If you just head over to teamfortress.tv, just mash it in the YouTube site somewhere, I'm sure it'll come up. And if you've got anything to say about our matches, or if you just want to chat to us, we have got a Facebook page. We've also got a Twitter as well. You'll find that we're also called Team Fortress TV on both of those. And if you have just caught a glimpse of your first competitive TF2, you can digest more over on www.teamfortress.tv. You've got all sorts of things, articles, events, forums, everything. Memes, dankest of the memes. But if I just want to thank everybody who has joined us here. That is Mike, Seb, Sideshow, Solentes, Spudd.
That's me.
Briefly, Bulle, Kos, I guess, in spirit, Thalash. Yeah, thank you guys for joining me. My co-cast for tonight was Maximilian.
Max would like to give a shout out to Marcus Haller Christensson because it's his birthday and he's an adult now. Everyone
Sing
happy
happy
birthday.
birthday.
Sing happy
Oh,
birthday.
let's sing happy birthday to him.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Let's
let's
sing
do it.
happy
Are you ready,
birthday
team?
for
Are you
Haller.
ready? 3, 2,
Mike-
1.
Just disconnect.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Howard. Happy birthday to you.
That was.
I forgot who was saying happy birthday to.
Yeah, me
that
too.
was glorious. Okay.
It's so awkward when and like
Alright.
you get to that point in the song
That's
and you're
it.
like,
Okay, that's it. Everyone gets one shout out to one thing quickly, 2 seconds before
Help.
David cuts it.
Master of Classes on Saturday is going to be streamed on TF2.
That too.
It will be fun. Watch it.
You didn't sell that well at all.